Okay, have you ever had something happen that you just couldn't explain? Because I totally just did. So I had where, so I still had some hot chocolate and I was like, okay, I'll heat it up and it'll be great. Well, I came downstairs and I only put it for like 45 seconds in my microwave, which isn't even that strong, but okay, that side's not as bad. This is like what I came down to. Like, it poured over all of the edges, and it was like half of it, what was left was like puddled in the microwave. I don't understand. Long ago. Let's go with the actions and attitude this time. That's right. Long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest was the monster village of Omen. You were born from slime that holds the memory of monsters who are known for our actions and attitude. Like me and cute. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of... We'll do protecting innocent monsters from harm. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born! Be born! You awaken in the chilling season, just as the air begins to turn crispy and cool. Your eye is open, you're a morsel just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens its mouth to show you a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and try to move again. You push the hungry morsel away with your little arms, but it circles around you and tries to bite you again. Your legs grow stronger as you kick and shove. You will not be food. Refuse to be anyone's first meal, or last meal for that matter. You climb on top of the other morsel and force it to the bottom of the spawning vat. It starts to break up into pieces as it struggles. You release the morsel. Violent no longer. It will have to grow a new mouth to replace the one it lost. Yeah! Let's see. Splash butter, blah blah. Oh no, that's terrible. Let's do something about it. You rack your newborn brain. Wait, there's some animal bones and sticks rotting at the bottom, half hidden beneath the slime clumps. We'll prop them up. You swim to the bottom, casting about. You gather some sticks and the long, curving ribs of a deer. You get them jammed together good and tight. The morsel's own dissolving body holds everything together well enough. Half of its body is above the surface of the slime. Make sure nobody's messing with what you've created. You swim in circles around the rescued morsel, keeping the cruel ones and biters away until your new friend begins to move and solidify. Move more, solidify? I was like, that doesn't make sense. Help the morsel off the structure. As you do, you feel dizzy. That's a first. You've never been dizzy before. Everything goes green. Your friend is gone, but not dead. Another morsel points to the edge of the swimming vat. While you slept, the weak one grew into a monsterling. Hooray for brains! You've grown too big for the spawning vat. You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery and all that fun jazz stuff thingies. Oh hey, there are new ones! I don't remember this one, or that one, or that guy. Elder Yeageri walks into the cave, rocking from foot to foot. He howls and slams into a wall, and then falls unmoving to the floor. Monsterlings scatter away from his still form. You've never seen a monster look this hurt before. Usually you can get smashed to a pulp and be up on your feet again by dinner time. Jagger's body is really damaged. That's scary. Elder Jagger walks into the cave rocking, blah blah blah. You creep over, afraid but determined, and see a huntsman's metal knife stuck into Jagger's back. He's leaking from the wound. You think he might die before help can get here. Well, let's just run really fast. A human knife is a terrible thing. Far beyond your skill, you run for assistance. Soon, Marnus and the spine doctor have hauled Jagger away to deal with him. You hope he survives. Ah, blah. Being fail. Let's go for a snake. Snakes are awesome. What's that noise from the spawning bat? You rush over. A big snake is eating helpless morsels. They moan and cry, but it doesn't stop. Bring it on, snake. What? You puff yourself up and approach the snake. It glances at you, then swallows another morsel whole. You get your claws around the snake's body just behind its head. It coils around you, but you roll away from that and out of the cave. The snake crawls away as you laugh and shout. Hamrag, an adult monster, sleeps in a big pile of monsterlings. Everyone is comfortable. Blots, giggling, sticks lichen in all four of Hamrag's nostrils. Hamrag's eyes shoot open as he starts to choke. Blots shushes you with a threatening scowl. Whatever, Blots, your dumb face. You jump on Hamrag's head and knock some of the lichen loose. He squeals and gasps and remembers that he can breathe through his mouth. Crisis averted. Hamrag glowers down past his jowls, scowling as though you hadn't saved him. He roars and demands to know who plugged up his nose. Blots did it. Hamrag thanks you, grasps Blots and sits on him. All of Blots' breath whooshes out and he can't inhale again. Hamrag stays there for a good long while. Did we just get our non-friend killed? Awkward. Yeah, before I make the next cup of hot chocolate, I'm definitely going to have to wash off the sides. It's all sticky. Some monsterlings are building little stone towers. Blots comes to you with a heaping armload of smooth rocks. Do you think this is enough to build a tower? Let's give him an honest answer. You count them and consider the problem in your head before telling him he has just enough. Blots beams happily and waddles off to try building a tower. It's not a pretty tower, but it's the right size. Yay! Blistery climbs on top of the lichen pile. She refuses to let any other monsterlings eat, proclaiming herself ruler of the lichen pile. Let's destabilize the pile. While Blistery is fending off some of the other monsterlings, you slide up to the lichen pile, There's a huge piece of lichen towards the bottom and a big old bare bone down there. Let's go for the bone. You grab an old bone and twist. The lichen pile collapses. Blistry is buried in the stuff, and the other monsterlings rush in and start eating or kicking Blistry, or both. We're a more rounded monster this time, I think. Nash spies a delicious mouse head mushroom. Mine! She plucks it from the floor, but it tumbles from her claws and bounces into a dark crevice in the wall. What? I would think there would be lots of... Nash slaps your head. No way am I scared. She scrambles in the darkness and returns, eating the last bite of mushroom. Well, poop. You stumble on a rock and find a patch of purple lichen behind it. Your exclamation of delight draws Smark and Gobclaws over, but there's not really enough to share. Monsterlings mostly eat at night, mostly, and what you eat is lichen, mostly. The big lichen pile is familiar, but plain and boring. This is different. You tell them to follow little damp trails left by little damp snails. They eat the lichen too, you explain. Smark and Gobclaws both grin. You eat the lichen. Delicious. Nom 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 nom. What does the song say? Paw prints. You and Nash spot Blistry and Snark playing a game. Nash says, I got an idea. I like that one. No way, I ain't no thief. Nash, gutless slime. You raise one claw and just rah 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 rah. You leap at Nash. She howls happily as you both tumble this way and that, knocking mushrooms and monsterlings fly. Yay! I'm growing up. Let's lead the way personally. You strike out with the courage and confidence the other monsterlings follow you. Choosing turns and forks at random, you soon walk into a cave full of even thicker mist. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor, except it's not any of those things, it's ghosts. Hundreds of them, large and small. They're everywhere. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. The ghosts speak in many voices. Do you fear? Sleepy time! You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. Oh, look at me. I'm all blurby. Blurby. You're my friends. I'm guessing. Ooh, cloud. I want to do the cloud. Suddenly, a stinging rain pours down. Everyone scatters and gets under cover, even Blistry and Smark. It's just rain, water falling down from the clouds. It does hurt a little. It stings, you know? Ow, ow! It's like 100 needles on your hide. Yeah, and a wise monster has enough sense to get out of the rain. Sometimes really hard rain like this has been known to get stuck under monsters' skin, like little splinters, and you can hurt for days. That's no good. While the rain pours down, you cuddle with Blistry and Smark under the bleachers. You take turns opening your mouth in the falling rain, trying to suck up all the drops. Unfortunately, you choke and spit a mouthful of water at Smark. Blistry spits water on you. Smark splashes a puddle at both of you, and you all spend the rest of the storm making your own fun in the pooling water. Well, that's interesting, that it wouldn't sting when it's regular. Kenilil Aslet limps towards you. He points one huge eye at you and cackles, I got a shock working on a power line, and it's still down. Help me out? If the electrical fluid inside the lines gets on you, well, it hurts like a million bees. Only they're not bees, because they aren't making honey. Sure, let's help them out. Soon you find yourself dangling from the power lines over the main street of Omen. The break is ahead, and now it could get dangerous. You scurry out into the power line and catch it before much electrical fluid leaks out. Some of it gets on you. It hurts like crazy. Crazy for feeling lonely. You, Nash and the scapegoat are having an impromptu picnic in the street. The fresh moss you dunk in your tea is delicious. Some birds twitter and chirping in a friendly way circle and land amongst the crumbs. The birds start pecking at the crumbs, but then they start hopping onto you and pecking at you too. You have crumbs on you, and they want them right now. I kind of want to ignore the birds, but yeah. They're annoying, but they're better than ants. Those things get into a monster's pelt and itch like mad. Like mud. Today is a holiday. Poke the Bear Day. Monsters have been planning pranks for days. You all head out to the bear caves. It's a day when the elders take younger monsters to show their ferocity by taunting and bothering an especially big, strong pack of talking bears. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's see. If you join the crowd of monsters, shuffling, walking, skipping, and scuttling through the woods. Soon you have reached the caves. The bears are already outside, waiting and watching. Poke the biggest bear with your sharpest stick. Fight! Confuse a bear with a get your nose routine. Find out if bears sneeze, and chase a bear into a thorn bush. Let's see if bears sneeze. You put a plate of blackberries and pepper by a cave. A sleepy bear eats and sneezes. No one seems too impressed. Oh well. You sniff the air. Sniff it. Could that be frosting? Blot screech you and Nash with a fluffy pink cake. Nash says, Blot says he stole this from a human child. How do you three share it? First one to the center wins. The three of you circle the cake and plunge your faces in, eating until the plates cling. Then you eat the plate. Oh boy, Smark set up a human chess set. You sit down to play. You don't know the rules, but a smart monster like you should be able to figure something out. Smart points to the pieces and moves some of them around, then knocks one over with another. It must be a fighting game. Smart then thinks for a moment and, with finesse, pushes all your pieces down and taps his head. Sounds like victory. Smart picks the 16 short pieces and you get the 16 ones with different shapes. He makes one of his short guys knock over your horsey. Well, I don't want to glue his pieces to the board. That'd be hard to knock over then. Set it on fire. Oh, Foom. You prove your chess mastery by using the only tactic that always works. Smart nods at your monsterly solution, but points at some pieces that are still standing. I know how to say that word, it's not evidently. As a result, he wins. Evidently, it's not a word. Loud, drooling, snapping sounds are coming from the square, where you see Frufrock single-clawedly taking on a rampaging pack of wolves. He grunts to you for help. Any monster can defeat almost any animal with ease. You should be able to take care of them. Making your ugliest faces, you and Frufrock terrified the pack, scattering the wolves into the forest. You're headed home with a dead rabbit. I want to do what I did before. Time to grow up. They surround you and hold you down, not ungently, until you stop struggling. The neighbors throw you into the center of a circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more. The monsters murmur. Some of the monsters flinch when you raise your voice. It's gratifying, but it doesn't seem to make their deliberations any less deliberate. Eventually, though, they come to a decision. They come into a discussion that's not... They settle on your kindness. You are intrigued. The scapegoat falls to its knees, trembling, and sits still for you while you comb its hair with your claws. Soon you've finished. You look up at the crowd of watching monsters. They seem a little disappointed. One says, "That didn't seem very kind to me." Oh, I guess I could have... Oh, I guess I didn't have enough kindness. I could have... Oopsie doopsies. Alright, I'm gonna get some chocolate real quick. If it's solid right, I'll be right back. Okay. So I think I'm gonna just do the like some politicking a lot. Try and get them to like me. Oh, I remember this one. Where's what I didn't do? You hear Great Mitten telling younger monsters about the human that almost killed him. It's the pointy part that gets you, he says. Always wait until the knife is pointed somewhere else, then run away! He turns to you and says, isn't that right? You calmly expand on Grit Mitten's tale, sharing what you have learned about the frightening ways of the humans. The young monsters promise that they will treat such things with respect, even if nobody's holding one. Yum, yum, yum. Ben and Feo, Ben and Feo. Pointing accusing finger. By the time you're halfway done with the tale, your peaceful walk back to Omen with the artifacts. Hamrog is asleep and everyone else has gone home. Whatevs, I do what I want. Wild chickens are back in season. In season. As delicious as they are mean. They're loose within the Y mist, and the monsters are all hunting them down. Deep in the woods, you're looking for chicken scratch when you literally stumble over a hen guarding a cluster of chicks. The hen clucks and claws at you. What? You chase avian beasts through the night and finally flush a parcel of pullets into the village, where Hamrag has a cook pot waiting. A second scroll creeps up and pokes at the discorporated head of the first one. You grab the new scroll and chew on it a little thinking. You dangle the scroll over your maw, waiting. The wolf tries to steal it, as planned. You slash her with your claws and she flees, having learned not to mess with you again. So I did that, and that got me nothing. I want to eat one of the children. The children emerge from the house as it begins to burn. The girl looks back as the older humans start to scream inside, and you make your move. The boy is too slow and tired to respond. The girl turns back as her brother's hand slips out of hers. She sees you. She blinks, not sure whether you're real or not. Let her go. Continue the meal. When you return to Omen, you give the first 10 monsters you steal a present. One tail each. Totally want to hunt down my own. Okay. So I pretty much did the same way as I did that one last time. So that's not a huge thing. Oh yeah. Aw, she owes her healing leg and says next year's the year if a bird doesn't eat me. Aww. Whoa, it's Snake. You and Gobclaws come across an ant and a grasshopper, both locked in mortal combat. Each is biting the other's back leg. As you reach for the bugs, Gobclaw holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and wheat? Maybe we should be careful. You shrug off Gobclaws and get back to what you're doing. You make a pile for each insect. They stop fighting and take their share, glaring at each other the entire time. Gobclaw says, at least you didn't squish them in the middle of their story. I want to do this one. You scoop a big fish from the forest stream. As you're about to bite into it, it says, wait, I'm magic. I can grant you a wish. The fish flops into the stream bank, trying to get back into the water, but you are in the way. It says, let me back into the water and I'll give you anything you desire. The fish says, go home and you'll find that you have the biggest larder in Omen. You kick it into the water and rush to your hovel, where you learn that the fish deceived you. Oh. Fail. Should just eaten the stupid fish. You spy a wolf pacing outside a small wooden cabin. From within the building, you hear the bleating of goat kids. He's trying to get in, but the goat kids have barred the door. The wolf accepts your offer of assistance, he growls. I'm glad you're reasonable. Some monsters would just attack me. The The wolf snarls. How should we finish this hunt? I can block them while you climb. Got any better ideas? You and the wolf pretend to fight, going as far as to draw blood with your jaws and claws, and then run off in opposite directions. The goat kids emerge from the cabin, leave to escape their fate, and you and the wolf close in on them. The wolf yelps, "What are you doing?" He springs at one of the kids, but you knock him back and he slinks back into the bushes, swearing he'll tell everyone you're a soft creature after all. Darn it! She breaks off her own clothes and uses them like sewing needles. A little iron pot boils over a small fire, but it's just water. The doctor seems to have run out of something. You join the spine doctor, who accepts your help approvingly. How will you aid her? And the doctor nods to you and sends you to her hovel for a big clay jar. When you bring it back, she opens the lid, revealing hundreds of leaves, twigs, dead bugs, and human pills. She selects a few by feel alone and feeds them to the patients who soon stir. It's the scream along, sing along, everyone's screaming. Loudest monster wins. You're totally going to break someone's windows and eardrums, but why are all those monsterlings here? Your singing has been known to hurt their little ears. You sing about loss and secret love and a plate with no pancakes on it. Your song is sad and strong, but the other monsters sense that you're holding back. The monsterlings, on the other hand, are terrified. The monsterlings flee, clutching their ears as your song shatters windows and causes clouds to break apart in the sky. The other monsters carry you around Portland Square on their shoulders and humps, proclaiming you their musical hero. But you see monsterlings fleeing back to the brood cave, clutching at their ear holes. What is the fate of this monster? Cleverness. The masked elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks, then performs a complex dance. You've never seen those steps before. She says, "Now you do it." Yeah, you're a dancing bean. Polite applause washes across the crowd. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster facing down a human. The masked elder says, "We will test your bravery." Elder adds sticks and dry leaves to the fire until it grows huge and hot. They remove the cauldron and retreat before the roaring flames, one by one, until only you remain. It's hot, very hot, and your body begins to pull away on its own. You gather your will and remain in place. Your excess slime begins to dry out and crack, but as the fire dies down, you're still here. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch, and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You're an elder now. In the strange life, you play your cards right. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm wondering, if I should make humans love monsters, but monsters not like humans? You see bolts of lightning hit a strange rod on a roof and investigate. From inside the house, you hear someone shout, "Live! Live!" followed by maniacal laughter. You listen at the window and hear a maniacal rant. This human's building a creature out of other humans, dead humans. That sounds familiar. You knock on the door. The human lets you in and nods with a crazed look on his eyes. He shows no fear. Odd. You explain a few things about slime and the power of monster physiology. The human takes notes and thanks you. Later you hear this creature has done quite a lot of damage to Carmen. They're not happy. Okay, so I guess at this rate I'm gonna make the humans dislike the monsters, but the monsters are gonna like the humans. Elder Reedy wants to stop using electricity from the humans. It's making us less monstrous, he explains, and it is a human thing through and through. You shuffle forward and raise one claw, clearing your throat. All the elders turn to look. Reedy says, "Ah, you agree with me?" You explain your point of view. Some of the younger elders start talking about doing more with electricity than just keeping things cold or well lit. You describe some of the things you've seen. Boxes with moving pictures, ways to send messages by clicking one's fingers on a board. The other elders believe you. Of course they do. You're not thought of as a liar, after all. They're fascinated. The group agrees to look into new ways of using electricity for the benefit of monster civilization. Riddy hisses and stalks away. Since we've done this one, yay! Yay! We'll do the house one again. Oh, there we go. Even if it doesn't show up, I can still click it. Yeah, pot! Jaeger drinks deep from a jar of cider.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
The big monster hasn't thought of that. Jaeger gets very serious very quickly. The other monsters nod as they consider this important fact. Mind blown. You say, and if they thought of that, what else have they thought of? Sword one, maybe? Oh, I remember that. The humans are dangerous. So I'll leave it there. And then we'll do this. and will make some humans hate us. Alleys are great places to find artifacts. You leap quiet as death and knock a child down. His shrieks are cut off as you clamp a claw over his mouth. His hands were gone in 2 quick bites, and he hangs limp in your grasp. Nom nom nom. You slink out of town, move quietly despite your bloated belly, and show off your new souvenir. Many other monsters are impressed at the raw, sticky skull. But some of the elders mutter, "Fool, there's no way they won't have guessed what happened." You watch as an elderly human tries to fix his house. He looks up at the leaky roof with a sigh as it starts to rain and goes inside. It looks like a trickle of water will get into the attic from the storm and might do some damage to the human's house. He also left his tools out. You dance around on the roof, tearing up some more shingles with your claws and letting in gallons of rain. When the human sees the damage later, he knows something strange and hostile is out there. An older human and many children sit in rows in a hot, echoing room. The older human drones on while the children look at everything but him. The window, the clock, even your hiding spot. He's telling them about lifeology. You know about that. But judging from his expression, he doesn't seem to find it very interesting himself. Boring conversation anyway. You spring into the little room, spread your claws and shriek. All the children scream and flee. The old human grabs his chest and falls over. You watch as empties arrive to take him away in their white truck. You've done a good job causing chaos. Empties. You're in a secluded hiding place near the park. Suddenly you see a human grab her stomach and fall over. That's a spirit. What will you do? Oh, none of those. What? Advanced neurosurgery? They strap her to a board and put her on a white truck. One of them grabs your claw and strokes it firmly but gently before they head off. You feel a growing sense of satisfaction. Well, I need to fix that. What is this place? You're in a dark, dank, woody room. Smells old Jaegery. Ah, a drinking place. At the crash of exploding glass, the humans turn and really see you for the first time. One of them staggers forward to attack. For some reason, they're all kind of slow. You escape easily. You're hiding in a shiny building. 2 humans are holding hands. You turn off the lights and shut the door with a loud click. You hear the humans banging and shouting in the darkened room as you run off. Elder Gobclaws rages at the other monsters. She crushes some stray lizards as she screams. Admit it, humans are dangerous. Let us smash them to bits. Success. You list ways in which humans can kill monsters, but then you find out that they make artifacts, such as the ones Gobclaws collects. She stares at you. She folds her arms and nods. The other monsters mumble and nod too. An elder in the back says, "You always speak the truth. I can hear it in your voice now." As you walk through Portland Square, you think on your past. Life hasn't always been easy, but you've built up your reputation. You are quite well respected. Oh, I am? Sweet. Yeah, I am. The monsters have always feared and loathed humans in the past. Your work towards improving relationships has paid off. Monsters have come to respect and like them. Meanwhile, human sentiment is still mostly stacked against monsters. Humans just don't like you that much. Some humans hate you. Shattering your reverie, a terrible commotion erupts. Elders and young monsters alike are milling about in a great mob. Smart glides from overhead, whistling an alarm. Blistry interprets for her friend. He says the humans are on the move and headed towards Omen. Oh no! Hamrick says, "Now wait, this isn't the end of the world. They might be bringing us food." The humans are coming. The humans are coming. Oh, it does say that. I didn't even see that. I just saw the humans are coming once, and I was like, the humans are coming. The humans are coming. Younger monsters laugh and dance, moving to meet the approaching army. It's like, wait a second. Army, did you say? Your high standing in the monster community means some of the others pay attention when you stop and look apprehensive. The community confers and rapidly chooses you as their general. Lead us to victory. Everyone moves cautiously into Walmist. Yeah, in this war you saw the peace of ages burn to a pile of ash. From the ashes rose two armies, human and monster. You will fight forever. This is your legacy. Your tactics barely save the monster race from complete destruction. The monsters and humans will fight forever now. It's war without end. But what? Huh. Oh, I wonder if that's like I rush in. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go make some more hot chocolate and hopefully not explode any all over the microwave again, so I will be back. Okay, sorry that took so long, but I'm gonna see if you can tell. I'm wearing mascara. Maybe if I took my glasses off. I got real close. Can you tell? Do my eyes look prettier? The reason why I'm mentioning it is because it is the first time I've ever worn mascara in my entire life. Ooh. I'm like nervous that I'm gonna like mess it up somehow. And I did 2 coats. I waited it. I'm good at the Englishing. I waited for it to dry between, and I waited for it to dry before I put my glasses back on. And I heard from someone who was doing a review of this that they're like, oh, this mascara never dries, never really. And I don't know, it feels dry to me, and I just touched it and it's not on my finger. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out how to... That's cool though, like I don't know how you do that. Alright, let's go! Boom. Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters call Whalmist. I don't know. What should we go with? Actions and attitude. Attitude. Fighting, eating, and screaming. Onward. Your eyes open. Let's kill it. Rawr. Grr, you rip into the violent morsel. It has fangs, but you have claws. Your first snarl, excellent. When the fight is over, you're chewing on the other morsel's eye, which is all that remains. You watch the half-formed baby monster slip beneath the surface. It begins to break apart. I kind of want to comfort it. I'll do that. You swim down and pat the soft, yielding bodied little morsel with your arms. It shivers in fear, but you keep your claws sheathed. The morsel is half its former size now, so small and utterly helpless. Its softening eye looks up at you with a vague expression of thanks. It stops shivering. And the morsel dissolves into the sludge, and the sludge dissolves into slime. Nothing remains. No, I don't want to grow up! Growing up isn't something you can fight, little one. Fine. Smark falls from a high ledge. He falls all the time. But wait, what's that? It's a big bat trying to gnaw pieces out of him. You tackle the huge bat with all your strength. It crumples like paper and sticks, crushed by the solid impact. You and Smark share the tasty bat carcass. Nom 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 nom. Smark sits quietly by himself in the furthest, darkest corner of the cave. He's slumped and deflated, like a float pod missing half the gas inside. His eye brims with slimy tears. He's lizard-like, but not in a nice way. You can see where parts of his hide are dry and itchy. His claws are blunt, though you know he's still good at climbing and catching mice. There. Okay. Let's just tell him it's gonna be fine. Remember, we're all monsterlings, and we're going to grow up to be monsters, and that's great. You rub Smark's bony shoulders and whistle a cheerful tune. Smark sighs and nods. Yum, yum, yum. Ah, very warm. Yum, yum, yum. It burns on the way down with happiness. Happy smiley face. Let's see. I did the make a effort, but whatever. You follow Nash's claw marks halfway up the cave wall, then slip sideways to where Gobclaws was being more careful. You meet them at the top to their surprise. I'm so confused by some of the reviews of these. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Right back. BRB. I'm back. I don't know. I hate when that happens. What is this even from? Oh, I have to go wash my glasses now. Okay, I'll be right back.